Oh my lands, you guys. Hello, welcome to another day of vlogust. It's gonna be a little bit different, a little sit down video as well. A little sit down video, and today I thought we should go take a little peek into my treasure chest. This is like my little memory box, or yeah, my little treasure box, I guess we would call it. Ooh, she's a little disorganized. It's not how I remembered leaving it. Oh my gosh. We also have Eva and Amy's rules for phase 10. That's when I was truly obsessed. And this iconic, this is from a birthday party that I went to, and honestly, I slayed that. I slayed those pictures. This is not supposed to be an Eva organizes her memory box. Let me give you a little overview. It's a little bit of a mess, but now you're gonna get a glimpse into what I hoard. This is my basic training, my squadron shirt. Wow, she's really been through some stuff. Old Toby Mac shirt. I have a lot of pictures in here and a lot of notes and letters. I don't like to throw any of it away. This is an old sweatshirt. Aww. An MRE classic, chili with beans. Some old Ben stuff. I have some more clothes. This is one of my original basic training t-shirts. I have my ABU uniform in here. My school uniform. More Ben's things. Oh my goodness. My old Motorola flip phone. This thing was iconic. Honestly, I could text so fast on this thing. I'm just gonna set you up over here. And then I also have a lot of journals in here. I feel a little nervous. This is a blanket from my grandpa. I used this all through my childhood. I always, whenever I see this blanket, I think of whenever I was sick and we would have to sleep on the couch. I would always have this blanket with me. My mom's mom, my grandma Mary, got these wooden clogs, I believe in Holland, at the Tulip Festival, and then I got them and my aunt Catherine would burn them for me, and she put little tulips on them. I love these. I actually used to wear these around the house. Okay, this was a really cool gift. I used to be obsessed with keys. Like, that was my whole thing, as I loved old keys. And then my sister Juliana made this. I believe it was Juliana. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. And then she put coffee in it because she knew I wanted to own a coffee shop one day. So if I ever do, this will be decoration in the coffee shop. Mark my words. This also really worked out because I had some things that I wanted to be putting in here, but I don't open this very often. Very importantly, I have the broken pipe from Water Pipe Gate. If you guys remember, I'm gonna remember that forever. Also, my iconic Belieber Michigan plate. That's a good one. I also was going through my stuff and I found this blanket that I got. My mom had it embroidered. I believe it was a birthday present, but the blanket honestly was disgusting. But it was from like years and years of good use. So I just cut off the corner and then I threw the blanket away. I also had a couple more journals to put away. This someone from Belize named drew this for me when we were staying there. Sandra, name me if you're watching this. Also, if you guys have known me for a really long time, you may know that I one time accidentally deleted my Instagram. And you may wonder how someone could accidentally do that. I had multiple Instagrams and one of them I wanted to delete, but out of habit, I just put in all of my normal main account information and I'm like, confirm, yes, 100% deactivate forever, and I did the entire thing. Like 3 seconds after I did it, I was like, I just did that to my main account. And I was absolutely devastated. That being said, if you guys have heard of a thing called chat books, this is all I have remaining from my original Instagram. And I feel like I just need to show you a couple things. Like, this is iconic. Like, that's the stuff we need to bring back to Instagram. I literally can't with both of these. These are so funny. I have not reminisced over these in so long. Too hip to care. So true. So many good times. Oh my gosh. We had these state police friends that we made when we worked at the Indiana State Fair for Ben's Pretzels. And they took a selfie with us, and I put stop, drop, and selfie. They said, we did not resist, we did not get arrested, we did not get donuts. What? What was going on? That was in 2015. I posted a meme that said, send me words of encouragement so I don't murder someone at work. And the response is, there's no Netflix in prison. I posted that and then printed it into chat books. It's very important to me. When I bought Tyler Oakley's book. Yikes. Oh, the first Belize pictures. This is honestly just going to be me reminiscent. Okay, that was 2015. Let me see if I have any older. I have a 2013 to 14. Or no, I have a 2014 one. I posted this picture of Linda and I in our detasseling hats. You guys, I literally went detasseling one day. I went one day. And I was like, gotta post the orange hat. Honestly, so real of me. I was just being myself. Amy, I don't know if you're watching this, but look at this with Effie the unicorn. I had my phase. Oh my goodness. This is my cousin Kayleen and I. She was literally, wait. She was so young. Also, this one had an app that you could put celebrities' faces with yours. It says, I have no life. Ha 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 ha. Hashtag hanging with Tatum. Hashtag my talents. Oh my gosh. These pictures are me wearing the first jeans I ever bought. I really thought I ate with that whole outfit. I had Converse on with 2 different color laces, my brand new jeans, and I had this gray Adidas sweatshirt with pink Adidas. I wonder if I still have this drawing, but this remains. Can this focus? I'm not an artist, and that is proof number 1. Good times, little picture reminisce. We could be doing that for days, but nobody has time for that. Oh my gosh, I have my old camp video from Prairie Camp. We need to watch that together sometime, seriously. I know what you guys are all here for, and honestly, I'll give it to you, okay? Today, we're going to read excerpts from my old journals. Am I scared? Yeah, I am. But everyone always wants to know the tea out of these. So, I'm going to open them up. Some of these are like journals to God with like notes from Bible reading and stuff, so those ones I won't be reading out of. I think this one is actually that. But the other ones, I'm going to flip open to a random page. I am going to check it. And if I can't read it on the internet, I'm not going to. But if I can, I'll do it, and then we'll just go from there. Oh, this one's more Bible notes. Okay. I wonder what year. I should put these in a particular year order, but I'm not going to. It's too much work. Okay, let's find the big. Okay, honestly, this one's kind of fun. I might have to bleep some names, but we'll read it. This was on January 2nd of 2023. I deemed today my personal New Year's Day. Mary and I ended up spending New Year's Eve with Rachel and her friends. It was actually pretty fun. In the beginning, we talked about guys and past relationships and such, and has purchased a wedding dress, and she's moving to Florida soon. ... Anyway, we also played some games and drank a little, and then watched the ball drop. Let me just say this. I love Laura Zig. Period. I don't know what it is, but she's one of those people you meet and they're gold. She's genuine, fun, and so kind. Anyway, here's some of my New Year's first. My first drink at midnight was champagne with raspberry liqueur. Yum. In the morning, it was black coffee at Reagan's brunch. The first song I intentionally listened to, and then I put in parentheses that the big ball drop songs don't count, was Haley by Justin Bieber. The first food I had was a stale zebra cake from the night before, and then scrambled eggs, waffles, and turkey bacon. Not the stale zebra cake. Mary, Rachel, and I drove home then. I thought, cut that. Mary and Rachel drove up, and I took a moment to breathe, and then I got a little glammed and drove up for our evening church service. I was on altar ministry, and it was a worship service where some of the leaders shared their words for the church. A really good night. Okay, that's actually all I can read. That was crazy. Okay, sorry that there was no tea for you guys. Maybe this wasn't a good idea. We'll see how it goes. I know that these two mini ones are from Belize when I was like going through some major boy drama. So let's see. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're not relevant to the diary. Okay. This was April 27th, 2016, day 22 in Belize. It's 9:03 and I'm feeling fine. So I went to devotions and sat with Denisha. Last night at devotions, I tried to save a seat for and it failed miserably. This morning he sat in that exact spot, but whatever. Anyway, we went to breakfast. That was mostly uneventful as well. I fed Rohini some rice porridge. Then we just kind of hung out by the fort. I gave him a goodbye side hug. We haven't even had a lame conversation, let alone a real conversation. It sucks. So then Mike asked me to do the garden. I just finished that. Amy came and helped me with the last row. I was hella sweaty and took a shower, and that's why I feel fresh. So yeah. So it's 5:13. Okay, I must have came back later. I'm just kind of mad right now. So we went inside. I went to the kitchen, but all they had for me was to wash some dishes. I went out to the bleachers and fell asleep in the sun. I was awakened by a basketball. Had kicked it at me. I let him out and sat on the bleachers, and he sat on the bleachers with me and we talked. So about the shoe fight. Wait, what's the shoe fight? I don't remember the shoe fight. The punishment was supposed to be no movie Saturday night, and they'd have to go straight to bed. The boys said that they'd have another fight if they did. Mike said he wasn't worried, but come Saturday morning, he told them they could watch the movie and play basketball. That also means that hasn't been saying that he has homework to go do punishment. It means he's avoiding me, right? This is so much freaking work unless he's actually doing homework. Whatever. I really like we can be chill and he gets most of my humor. You guys, I was so in the trenches about this guy named. At 11:30, I went to reception. 30 minutes before my shift was over, it was decided that me and Amy were going to the cafe to call Liz. When we were walking up the steps, I tripped and fell into Amy, causing her to drop her wallet and phone. She cracked her phone and got all pissy. Oh my gosh. I wrote that it's her own fault for not having a case. Honestly, like day 22 in Belize, I believe we were there for 6 weeks, which is absolutely insane. But as you can tell, I think it was really catching up with me. But I'm sincerely sorry for tripping her. We also stopped at this little bakery to get cake for Auntie Irene's birthday. It's today, and I bought a piece of pizza. Then we came home. The boys were playing basketball, and Amy told us about the crack, and he said it's only a temptation for her to get mad at me in our friendship. So thank you, Lord, for it. He asked me to get him a water, so I did. Also, was wringing the sweat out of his shirt, and he was about to do it on me, and I yelled, "Don't you dare," because Uncle was out there, so he had to stop. Now I was feeling mad, which is why I'm writing. I also collected eggs with Denisha. I'm so grateful for Ernell and George. So I watched basketball some more and was shirtless. Okay, I wrote about said guy. Oh, at supper he gave me a dose of a smile. Post devotion he told me goodnight, but I had to go get Tina, so I ran and jumped off his shoulders. Then we talked a little more. Then he came up behind me and poked me, then hid behind a column. Then we joked. Then it was one of those dance moments where we both knew we were thinking about hugging, but neither of us initiated it. Girl, nothing was gonna happen. That was all in your head. Oh, okay. Amy and I clearly made up after the day because I ended it saying, and I was sitting at Amy's feet and I'm just so grateful for her. She just knew that I needed something and would play with my hair or massage my back. And once she leaned down and hugged me. I love you, Amy. Good night. The Belize drama never disappoints, I'll be honest. Sometimes I can't with myself though when I look back at it, like it hurts too much. It's too cringe. Oh, this was earlier in the trip. This was November 17th, day 18 in Belize. All I can think about is that we're leaving tomorrow. I can't leave. Oh, this must have been a different trip if it's only day 18 and I was leaving. Side note, I'm farting a crap ton. Okay. Sometimes I don't need to put things on the internet. Onwards, I woke up a little later than I planned because of alarm problems, but I got showered and we got to devotions kind of late. So then I went in and got oatmeal bread and bananas for breakfast. I watched again as didn't eat his food and gave it to the older boys. So I sat down on the floor with him and just straight up questioned the happenings. So apparently I got a big sketch pad from the storage room, so is giving him his food for a month. The month started 2 weeks ago. I picked up Joshua's wrist and showed him how unhealthy he was and lectured him about health. Then later I had a couple talks with him and lecturing him as well, so I put him in charge of making sure he eats his food and none of the older boys get it. So yeah, then after lunch he came and told me he got his food. I feel like an accomplished detective slash mother. So there's that. Then everyone but me and Lena went to the store to get stuff for Martin, Sylvia, and Berta, our village friends. I just stayed with the kids, and by that I mean I played with the beautiful Rohini all morning. Oh my gosh, I love her, you guys. Then they came back and decided that she was going to Banana Banks because it was her last day and everyone went except me and Amy. So then we hung out with the kiddos in daycare, Rohini, and I even put her to sleep. So sweet. Then I hung out with Anisha in Colleen, the cool kids room. Then I went back and wrote letters and took a short nap. I went to the daycare again and Rohini was in the waking up process. I let Philip have my phone and he took a bunch of pictures, and then I told him he could play games, so Avi he was thrilled. And Rohini was not. She loves to say, me phone, me phone. She was so tired and a wee bit pouty, so she was super cuddly, which I loved. Oh my lands, she gave me kisses today, yes, for the first time. It was only the best thing ever. My day revolves around her like it used to, Peanuts. So around 4:30, I went to chore with Denisha, George, and some little boy. Then 2 of the Belgian girls came out, and they know my name. So we took incredibly long to milk the 2 cows and feed the white chickens. Like 2 hours to be exact. We missed supper. When we came up, we fed Mason and took some pictures, and George played Subway Surfer and Denisha looked at pictures. She's such a sweetie. She wanted me to post the picture of her and Rohini so she can make it her cover photo. Then I washed my legs and went for devotions. There was a bunch of Eva shouts, and I chose to sit with Denisha, Avi. Then I stood up and slapped Keith's hand because he was coming to give me the lame fingers. I'm assuming that's just going like this. Then I went with Denisha to the dorm and we hung out, and I cuddled Rohini some more and talked more with Denisha. I'm really gonna miss her. Oh my gosh. So I had this section. I said, oh no, it's gonna run out of time soon. You guys, I'm sorry. This is gonna be like just a whole vlog of my voice. If you get tired, I'm so sorry. I guess that's what kind of all my vlogs are. But then I wrote, on to my boy drama section of the day. Is Coolio. He told Amy to tell me goodnight, and he's growing his hair out so he can get it cornrowed. I don't remember at all. Like, I could not tell you who he was. But then I wrote, his actual bae, very gentlemanly. We talked about dating, marriage, and moving to the States and how good Eva sounds. It was all very intense. Just kidding, it was super chill. And I was carrying the cow bottle, and he even insisted on carrying that for me. What a sweetie. He wanted a picture with me and my Facebook name. That's it from that one. Sorry, I'm getting lost in my memories here. Okay, this one might be a Jesus journal. Yeah. Honestly, I kind of want to read through those, but that's not, I'm definitely not sharing that on the internet. I'm like, yeah, let me talk about my farts, but that's, everything else is too far. Oh, another Jesus one. This is definitely one of my older ones. I remember, because it has kind of a cool cover. My aunt one time was like, hey, can I look at that? And I thought she was just going to read it, and I was just going to let her, but I panicked and went and erased some names out of it. Look at how weird I started in the bottom of the page. Today we went to the beach. It was cold and windy, but I had fun collecting shells. We watched the Christmas parade today. There was some neat floats. One was for a restaurant called Troyer's, I think. They gave out cinnamon sticks. I got tons of candy to top it off. And Elf gave me another box full. Robert was trying to grab it from me. It seemed as if everybody was mad at me. What? Oh, I don't have any dates on these, but this one I wrote about, so I was probably in 5th grade. Today we went to school. Of course, still does her little sucky things. Whenever she eats, it's usually mini wheats and tea, and she sucks the cereal out of her teeth. It drives me nuts. A lot of the times I glare at her while she's doing it, then I try to ignore her. This year is going to be long. She wrote a note. It said, I don't like you. You should retire. She put Elmer's glue on the back and she glued it to the way back bookshelf, way back in the corner. She wrote me a note that said, let's make the teacher mad today. And I asked her why, and she said, it's fun to be naughty. I do not remember that. Kind of tea. I love middle school tea. That's so funny. Ooh, now I have this dance like no one's watching. I feel like this was given to me as a gift. Okay, this is June 2nd, 2013, and I wrote this on a Sunday. Well, I don't want to yak about my guy for once. Today was my first Sunday with the youth. We have Bobby now. He's a pretty cool guy. I actually asked if she likes him. There was a longish pause before she said yes. Then she asked why, and I said because I thought so. That's what it looked like. So yeah. Oh, but I am going to tell you about my 2 dreams. One was that I hugged him again, and his chin kinda lunged in my head and he apologized. Haha. And the other one was that Merles took our buggy and put it in the middle of the road in front of their house with all the flamingos in it that we put in their yard, even though we don't have a buggy anymore. But yeah. Oh, and God, you're the one that really matters. What you think now is all that matters. Thank you for loving me, even though I'm such a screwy person, but I'm working on myself. Or I should say, you're working on me. Anyways, good night, XOXO. That was kind of a lot. Who's Bobby? And who's youth? Okay, I'll read the day before. Hey, this was June 1st, 2013. Hey, I had a pretty good day. I got up a bit after 9 and did my cleaning and stuff. And so, like, last night / early this morning, me and were texting. He asked if I had a pic of me in my graduation dress, and I said yes, but it looks better in real life. Then he said, don't worry, I'll tell you again that you're pretty at graduation. Probably more than once, winky face. And tomorrow is Aunt Esther's 40th birthday, so we snuck over there and put 40 flamingo thingies in their yard. We did it tonight after Uncle Ray's, which reminds me, and his sis might come to Uncle Ray sometime. I have this journal. Ooh, okay. April 16th, 2017. Hey y'all, it's Sunday night. What a freaking weekend. So on Saturday, Amy and I went shopping, which was a ball. We went to Olive Garden for lunch afterwards and had so much fun with great service. We got home with just enough time to get ready for the rodeo. Amy and I rode with in his truck. He snapped me earlier and asked if I was riding with them, because Leroy took a vehicle too. I said, yeah, I hope so. I call shotgun. Then got shoddy with the hottie at the end of the night and snapped me and said, sorry you didn't get shotgun. Oh my freaking Lanta. Then at the rodeo, we were so far apart, like we barely talked, so I was pretty bummed. Then we went to Applebee's after, and he sat right across from me, so I got to look at him a lot and talk with him. Then we drove home, but just played loud music the whole way, as if he knew anything about it, it's that he needs someone to talk to stay awake. I'm so concerned about past Eva. Ooh, I like the feel of this journal. Oh, it's a little more recent. Let's be careful, you guys. 15 March 2021. What a weekend, y'all. I don't even know if I have the energy to write all about it. Luckily, I did write on Saturday, which is where the brunt of my stress was. That night, I went to sushi with and it wasn't a bad time. I thanked them individually for how much they helped my career so far. I ate too much sushi, said he'd pay for me, and then took the check and didn't have any cash. Also, I couldn't enjoy myself fully because of the headache that started, and it got very worse. I came home and went to bed shortly after with a lot of oils on me because I had no pain pills. I still had a headache when I woke up and reset my alarm to just not read my Bible and sleep more. Then I remembered that the solution to all of my problems is Jesus, and why would I skip the most important part of my day? So I did that, and I got super pissed off at the devil cussed at him, and shortly after my headache started to go away. So the real tea is you actually just need to cuss at the devil and your headache will go away. Yeah. Sunday was definitely less stressful. Started with me with the booms again and then came over to finish my out processing. OMG, wait. I got there at like 6:47 in the morning, LOL, and sign-in is at 7 o'clock. There was no one there. I went to the restroom and slowly walked into the office and waited. Came and turned on the lights and I actually went inside. So I guess that's how it works with the booms, LOL. Anyway, came over to the EM office and was like, what are you doing here? I never wanted to see you again. I said something, I don't remember, and then he said something about him having to mentally prepare because he's just so sad that I'm going to be gone. So, getting weird vibes from that direction. I got every signature except the shirt because she was at medical, so I went to the BX with her. When I got back, the shirt was back and she signed. She told me if I'm happy, she's happy. She said it's a big loss for the squadron though, and that they will always be, and they always say really good things about me. That really meant a lot to me, not gonna lie. Also, text Sergeant, gonna miss him. He was so sweet helping me with getting my paper done. He gave me a black clicker pen and said that I need a real pen because I was using my Air Force Inns pen. I started my in processing and I met their shirt and she's so nice. She was talking to Master Everett, my DNTF guy, and he recognized me and told me the shirt and told the shirt that I was a good airman and there's no 411 that she needs to hear from him. Did other in processing from DNTF, did my fitting at AFE, and that was weird, LOL. Just from how I viewed him during that time to me now being a boom and whatever. The rest of the day was weird. Had lunch, we went to a safety brief and literally watched TV until early sign out at 1500. Also, I met another guy at AFE that's a new boom waiting for dates. I want to go to tech school. I just want to know what's going on and start my training and make friends inside jokes with people and feel more comfortable. And not like I'm an outsider on the edge of the couch. Should be fun. I got along with everyone that I met, except I don't think he likes me. That's so funny. First of all, the new boom that I met is Corey, and he's literally one of like my work besties. We ended up being in tech school part of the same time. And also, he was so nice. She literally took me under her wing and like showed me a bunch of things and made me feel comfortable in the boom shop. But maybe it was just that first day that I was not feeling comfortable. Tea. Oh my gosh, this is a really old journal. This one is honestly so cringe. I'm gonna have to bleep like everything that I read out of here. September 16th, 2010, Thursday. Today was another awesome day. I thought we were going to switch groups, but we didn't, so I sat beside again. He's hilarious and hot. Was giving lessons on our calculator. There was a big one on a poster and had to use a stick and point at the buttons we needed to push. He was hilarious. He had the stick and was leaning on it. He said it was just his something and then he took and pointed at me like he was going to hit me with it, and he said, until now, you know, to finish his sentence. Once he stuck the stick between his legs and said it was his tail. Once he just smiled at me. His eyes are so beautiful. He does kind of flirt. He said he has 3 girlfriends. He said sparkle. Okay, this honestly is just a little confusing, so I'm gonna let it go. But I was obsessed with a guy. I'm done. I'm literally done. I can't. I swear you guys, I write more than just about guys these days. 18 August 2018. Hey guys, I had my teal rope interview. I didn't do that hot, I'd say, but I got the rope anyway because they need us, and I'm just spectacular anyways. They called us, Airman Tuning and Airman Shop, front and center. You better believe I dabbed when I put my arm up to get roped. Johnson said he was deceased and Hall was dying. Overall, it went well and I was pretty congratulated. Also, I volunteered to do the NCO D2. My first duties were to power wash the CQ latrines. Then Crouch and I were doing NCOD with him, and he was super nice to us. Like, he told me that teal rope is a good step for being a first sergeant. And we talked about different stuff. Fast forward to today, I had my first teal rope duty. So a girl that graduated GT got caught underage drinking for the 3rd time. So she's kind of on house arrest. Every 2 hours, one of us teal ropes walks her to CQ to sign in, and then back to her dorm. So I just didn't know what her deal would be. But I took her at 1800 and she asked if she wanted dinner or something. She just looked sad and I really wanted to give her a hug. So I dropped her off and went back at 2000 and she said, Well, since you'll be carting me around the next 2 days. And then we had a really good conversation to and from CQ. Also, since we're raw and honest here, we're actually not going to be raw and honest here. I'm not sharing that with the internet. Ooh. Whenever we get to more recent dates, I get nervous. Okay, this is 22 May of 2023. Yeah, it's later. Not sure what interrupted this last writing session. Oh wait, I was at work and had to actually go work, LMAO. So there's that. I've been listening to a lot of Shelby Sacco's Sad to Savage comment, a TikTok podcast / Instagram. I think I'd call my journey more average to savage, you know? It's been inspiring me a lot, and I'm taking in lots of info. So for part of it, I love taking walks again. Also, anything outside makes me feel better, so I'm writing outside. I don't remember much of my last writing thought pattern, so let's talk about recent events. We had Lenita and Matt's wedding rehearsal dinner. It was fun. I think I was taking disposable ticks during the rehearsal. Okay, actually, I can't read that. Let's go to 2 September 2023. It's Ruth Ann's birthday. Literally my Amish cousin. It's one of my Amish cousins, and I literally never forget her birthday on October 2nd or on September 2nd. Also, I just flew to Denmark on my way home from Greece. 25 has been crazy. I remember that I wanted to note the last thing that I ate, which was a leftover Panda Express. That was my last thing as a 24-year-old. I also had memory greens. My last song was 24. Oh, my last song is 24. And first as 25 was Falling For You by Jaden Smith featuring Justin Bieber. I'm pretty sure the first thing that I ate was a toasted English muffin with butter. Also drank a Dreamflow Alani first thing, and that was slay. Went on my Friday run in my black beat up Vans because I forgot my running shoes. I got my Jersey Mike's Sephora. Wait, is that it? I got groceries at Trader Joe's, and the cashier gave me a dark chocolate peanut butter cups for my birthday. I smashed them all on like Sunday, I think. Never knew I'd like them, but I'm definitely buying some next time. I drove home then and got my Starbies, and I made the executive decision to stay home for the night. OMG, I picked up birthday packages from Jackie that Jackie was holding for me. Literally, my mother. I cannot. She sent me the egg chair of my dreams. Anyway, I'm cooking up a storm, meal prepping some stuff for Leroy and Joe, and getting ready for the garden party. I'm mid-prep, sweaty, and kind of over it, and then Mom tells me that the little girl's package arrived for me. I went down to get it, and it was a Melaleuca box. I look up, and there is Mom. When I tell you I was too stunned to speak, I was stunned, speechless. And she brought me 4 bottles of my favorite Island Breeze Melaleuca laundry soap. I want to bathe in it. I won't have to buy soap for years. I can't believe it. I just have the best mom in the whole world. I was so happy to see her, and I miss the fam so much. Then Mom helped me cook, and we talked while Mary drove down to join us. We ordered pizza from Casey's, and Mary got 10,000 points on her fetch rewards. Not gonna lie, I was jealous. Then I was able to introduce them to Jackie, and that was cool. After we ate, we decorated Mary's focaccia and put together the egg chair. There's actually more work than I anticipated. Also, y'all, we left Chicago about 2200, and I fell asleep hard for 2 hours and then couldn't sleep. So I watched some movies and snagged a hot ham and Swiss croissant at midnight dinner. So I couldn't sleep, right? Until an hour and a half before landing. Oh, this was back from my flight home from Denmark. Anyway, that was that. I do have the best mom in the world. I stand by that. Jesus journal. Oh, grateful journal. Okay, I know that both of these are for more recent, and that is really making me nervous. I just got cut off again, which probably means I need to cut this short. But let's do, ooh, a little flag cutie. Okay. I did not review this, but let's just dive in. This is from 12 September 2024. So fairly recently. Hello. A hot guy that works at the gym told me that if I have questions about workout or form, I can come ask him. Pop off. Okay, so I watched Big Brother on the elliptical, and honestly, I was vibing more than I thought I would. I had set an alarm, so I had plenty of time to get ready. I spent time with Jesus before my workout, and then got back, I stopped sweating, and then showered, and just kind of vibed on my phone. I was stuck on it, and not in a good way, and I need to work on that. I had bio coffee and listened to Uncarly roast Katy Perry on feminism, lol. I love a lib yapping about lib things. If this ever gets published, I fear I will be canceled on so many levels. I've been yapping with my crew. This is most likely our last flight. We did a little review, but mostly we've been chatting and it's really nice. I had to sit down. If you know, you know. We run a Block 40 jet. I've actually flown her quite a bit. I've also memorized the McConnell info for the 781. Right now he's taking deep breaths to see how many books of the Bible he can get in one breath. So just a Snapchat of our flight, of what our flight looks like. I feel like that entry was a little chaotic, but it's funny. Oh shoot, I need to put this back in. Okay, this one, oof, this one's even more recent. Oh wow, okay. Again, I didn't review this, so I may have to pause and cut some things. This one is from 28 February of 2025. T. Feeling rather reflective this evening. Reading old-timey books and books on emotional intelligence will do that to you, I suppose. There's definitely been multiple times today that I've completely spaced out when people were talking. My mind hyper-focused on something else. I had a well-planned and productive morning before hurrying to work for combatives and escape training. The intense was our combatives instructor, and despite my attitude, I had fun. I wasn't so keen on individual warm-ups where we all watched each other. However, someone chose me to demo the ground fighting. I will admit I was a little uncomfortable with a grown man straddling me in front of other grown men, and I've never been straddled before. The thing is, he would pause mid-straddle before a long teaching moment, and I was just laying there. I know is a trained killer and couldn't go 100%, but I do think I made it harder for him than he expected. Honestly, probably not. I just wanted to hype up myself. Maybe I'm crazy, who knows? I'm crazy. It made me want to sign up for some kind of fighting. Like, I want to a lot. I never thought about the cardio it took. Anyway, we did escapes next, which was fun. I also found out that Floyd is sick and won't be coming on the TDY, and now I'm in charge of the Seabird class. What? Haha. It's low stakes though, it'll be totally fine. I'll have everyone in Mop 4 and inspect each other. Okay, actually I'm gonna stop. I feel like people from work might watch this and they could, even if I bleep the names, they might be able to decipher what's going on. Wow, you guys, I've been literally talking for an hour, reading from here for an hour, which is so fun. I hope this is not a boring video. Like literally it's gonna be me sitting in front of this window yapping at you guys, but I'll show you a couple more things from in here, just for funsies. This is fun. This is a little scrapbook Amy made me a long time ago, and honestly, one of my most prized possessions. There is some really funny pages in here. I wonder if there's one that I could show. I'm just gonna show this for like 1 second. Amy, if you're watching this, you know, girl. This is an old cassette tape. I believe it was from a Gene Bacon. He was a guy that came to our Bible study and he like gave me a prophetic word and they recorded it on a cassette tape. Unfortunately, that is kind of iconic and I would actually really love to listen back to what it says. Does anybody have a cassette I can listen to? This is from my baseball era. I feel like this shouldn't be in my treasure box. I feel like I should keep this out and then use it if I want to play. It still fits me. Also, I was never good at it. I just got one because I needed it to play. I don't even know why I was playing, to be honest. Oh my gosh, so many more notes and letters. Wait, do you guys want to hear an old letter? You know what? Based off of that one line, I don't think that we need to share our personal thoughts. And this iconic pink and brown purse. Honestly, I feel like this might be in style again. But this one was from my childhood and I bought it at a garage sale for either 25 or 50 cents. And I just couldn't get rid of it. This was my little thing when I was in the development and training flight. And I have my VIP Dancing with the Stars badge when we went on their tour. And a bandana from Faith Ministries Youth Camp. I was on Team YouTube, which honestly is so fitting for these days. Okay, see now the real tea is that I have to get everything back in here. locked up for good. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for joining me for a tiny peek into my treasure chest and for reading excerpts out of my old journals. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm a little bit nervous about releasing things onto the internet, but if you know one thing about me, it's that I'm probably gonna overshare. So I just want to really live up to my reputation. I hope you guys are enjoying Vlogust. I'm having so much fun with it and just like trying new kinds of videos and like vlogging about new kinds of things. So if you guys have any other ideas, whoops, let me know. I do still have quite a list of ideas of things that I want to do, and if I don't get them done in Vlogust, I will do them just like continuing on my channel. But anyway, yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! He told me I was so sizzling he could just roast marshmallows over me. So funny. And I cannot show that on the internet. Okay.